What's going on, YouTube? So if I had any doubt about the direction that the writers are going with the ships, that doubt has been officially tossed out the window and set on fire. Because the foreshadowing in this episode was simply amazing. If you can't see that they're putting Lucas and Maya together and Riley and Farkle together right now, it's because you don't want to see it. You refuse to acknowledge the obvious evidence smacking you dead in the face. The evidence is all like, hey you, I'm right here, dipsh**. Quit looking over me like I ain't there, you stupid sh**. But some of you just refuse to accept the reality of where these ships are heading. And that's fine, because sooner or later you're gonna have no choice but to look reality in the eye and take it all in. But until then, go ahead and continue to live in your own little fantasy worlds. So the show starts off with Maya crying and whining to Lucas about the work that she has to do on his science projects, which is really like no work at all. But the way she whines to him is adorable and definitely a good noteworthy Lucaya moment. So all the girls in the class get stuck with only dropping a marble into the glass, which none of them seem to have a problem with except Riley. And Riley found the whole thing to be really sexist. And this was the storyline for the show. This episode was about feminism and all that jazz. And before I forget to mention it, of course they also had to have an Augie and Ava storyline in here too, which I honestly didn't give two about, just being honest. But I will admit that Ava was a lot more tolerable this time, but I typically don't have much interest in the Augie-Ava storylines. And I've already spent too much time talking about it, so let's move on. Oh, and how the hell did I forget to mention the other adorable Lucaya moment? Rewind. Just like I said in my previous STEM-related video, Maya does and did fall asleep on Lucas' hand. Although it was very brief, it was still very cute. And yes, of course, I rewinded that moment several times. Go ahead and judge me if you feel the need. But anyways, so after Riley calls Farkle a sexist pig, Farkle then apologizes to Riley. And here is another great moment for all of you Riley-Farkle shippers out there. The way Riley said okay after Farkle apologizes was the same way that Maya said okay in, what was that episode called? Why don't I write these things down before I start the damn video? My mind is drawing a blank right now. But y'all know what the hell I'm talking about though. Riley and Farkle definitely had a moment there. And let's not forget how Maya and Lucas argue like an old married couple over Lucas not respecting Maya's abilities to do the work. This episode was filled with Lucaya moments, people, and it was a pleasant surprise. But the biggest moments in the show for these two ships, I didn't even get to yet. So after Riley and Farkle figure out what the meaning of the project was, they proceeded to explain everything to the class. And this is where the biggest and I think most telling foreshadowing moment in the show regarding these two happened. Riley gives Farkle this really cute like stare and smile, and Maya noticed it too, and she looked very confused by it because she saw what we all saw. Riley giving Farkle them eyes. You guys know what the eyes are. The look you give someone when you really like them. Maya and Lucas already gave each other this look multiple times, and now Riley gives it to Farkle. Like I said earlier, it's really obvious which direction they're hinting at right now, which is the one that I think most people want. So now let's get to the biggest Lucaya moment and the biggest piece of insight. So Lucas and Maya both look at the sludge in the glass, and Lucas says to Maya, I can't see you. And Maya agrees and says that she can't see him either because the sludge is in the way. Now obviously this line was put in there for a reason. Everything that happens in the show is for a reason. They were talking about Maya and Lucas's relationship. In my strong, humbled, yet clearly right opinion, Maya and Lucas can't take off because something is in the way. And what is that something? Well, I don't want to say any names, so I'll let you guys figure it out. But once they can jump that hurdle, and they will, their relationship will take off. You can bet on it. Now, as far as the lesson of the show, I know some of you probably thought I was gonna gloss right over that. Oh my god, Smurf. What about the life lessons? Man, if you don't sit your ass down and calm the hell down. I just had to go over the ship related stuff first, because this was a very ship heavy episode, and I wanted to make sure I didn't forget anything, which I probably did anyways. But the life lesson here was that girls shouldn't let the fact that they're a girl stop them from achieving the things that they really want to in life. It was a good lesson. Not sure I particularly liked the way it was done, but it wasn't too bad. And one more Farkle Riley moment that I just remembered. The reference to Farkle and Riley having a kid together, that was also awesome. You just witnessed the future of what the end game is gonna be in this episode, people. And as far as what I rate this episode, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I'm a pretty hard grader, what can I say? Episodes have to be really amazing to get into those 8 and 9s for me. It was pretty damn good, but not quite great in my opinion. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Did you catch all the hints and foreshadowing going on? Let me know in the comments below. But as always, until next time.